Picture this. You get home after a stressful day at work, open the front door, and there in the hallway is your furry companion. You expect it to immediately run up to you, start purring, rub against your legs, or even ask to be picked up. But what does your cat do? Ignoring you, it walks over to the nearest scratching post or the corner of the door and, with full concentration, begins to sharpen its claws. The first thought that might cross your mind is, did it not miss me at all? Does it just not care? However, in this moment, without realizing it, we are projecting human emotions and expectations onto our cat. We want our pet to act like a dog would, joyfully rushing to greet us, licking our hands, and following our every step. And when that doesn't happen, we get the feeling that the cat is a cold, selfish, or distant creature. But is it fair to judge a cat by human standards? To truly understand this amazing and independent animal, we need to delve deeper into its nature, which is entirely governed by instincts. And then you'll realize, when a cat starts scratching upon your arrival, it's not a sign of indifference at all. On the contrary, this is how it expresses its joy and satisfaction that you're back. So why do cats scratch so much? It's not a whim or a bad habit, but a vital need with several fundamental reasons. First, claw maintenance and keeping its weapons in top shape. For a cat, claws aren't just a part of its paw. They are its tools for hunting, climbing, self-defense, and maintaining balance. The claws grow continuously, and their outer layer eventually dies and becomes dull. When a cat scratches a surface, it sheds this old sheath, revealing a new, sharp claw underneath. This process is similar to how reptiles shed their skin. It's worth noting that cats have 5 claws on their front paws and 4 on their back paws. Second, the instinct to mark territory. Cats are, by nature, territorial and independent creatures. Just like their wild ancestors, they mark the space they consider their own. When a cat scratches a surface, special glands in their paw pads release pheromones, unique chemical signals. The human nose can't detect them, but another cat will instantly understand this territory is already taken. The scratches themselves serve not only as a scent mark, but also as a visual sign that can communicate the animal's age, gender, and even its emotional state. Third, stretching and physical exercise. Have you ever noticed how a cat, right after waking up, stretches its whole body and then immediately goes to scratch something? That's not a coincidence. This is how it stretches the muscles in its back and legs, improves circulation, and prepares its body for action. Scientists call this phenomenon pandiculation. These actions help the cat stay toned and ready for lightning-fast jumps and play, whether it's chasing a sunbeam or a piece of paper. Fourth, emotional release. Cats are very sensitive creatures. When they are overwhelmed by strong emotions like joy, anxiety, or surprise, they look for a way to cope with them. This is where displacement activities come in. Familiar, repetitive rituals that help reduce stress. Some cats will start grooming themselves intensely, while others will scratch. For them, it's a form of meditation. So, if your cat rushes to a scratching post upon your seeing, don't be offended. It's quite likely its way of saying, "I'm so glad you're home. This is my greeting." So, why do we so often misinterpret cat signals? It's because their language consists of many subtle gestures, nuances, and rituals. You don't just have to see it, you have to feel it. And scratching is one of the key elements of this language. When a cat scratches specifically in your presence, it's more than just a physiological need. It's a demonstration of its complete calm, comfort, and feeling of safety. After all, in a dangerous situation, it would most likely hide or freeze. If it's scratching, it means it trusts you and sees its home as a secure fortress. Some owners get upset when they buy a new scratching post, but the cat continues to ruin the furniture. It's important to remember, cats choose a scratching spot not for aesthetics, but based on their own logic and instincts. For them, it's crucial that the scratching post is located along their strategic routes. Near the entrance, in the hallway, next to their favorite armchair. If you place it in a remote, hidden corner, it will likely be ignored. But if you place it in a prominent, high-traffic area, the chances of it being used increase significantly. The material is just as important. Cats like to feel resistance when their claws sink into the fibers. That's why sturdy, vertical posts wrapped in sisal or jute rope are far more appealing to them than soft or wobbly options. And one more thing, punishment and yelling won't work. The cat simply won't understand why you're angry. But if you offer it a suitable alternative in the right place, it will gradually get used to using it. And it will do so not out of fear, but because it's comfortable and natural. And now for the most important part, respect. Every cat has its own unique personality, communication style, and greeting rituals. One might meet you at the door with a loud meow, another might bring you a toy, and a third will prefer to express its feelings through the scratching post. All are forms of communication. And once you learn to understand this language, your bond with your pet will become immeasurably stronger. There's nothing mystical about a cat's behavior. All it takes is a little patience, observation, and a genuine desire to understand it. Because a cat is not just a pet. It's your friend, companion, and a mirror of your own feelings. Every move it makes is part of a story it's telling only to you. So when you hear that familiar scratching sound, don't rush to get angry. Perhaps in that moment, it's communicating, I'm home, I'm safe, and all is well. And isn't that the most important thing? This humble, almost unnoticeable ritual can tell you much more about your cat than you might think. In its world, there are no words, but there are movements, scents, and habits. What might seem strange to us is for a cat a natural way of being itself, expressing emotions, relieving stress, or simply relaxing. Despite all their independence, cats are incredibly sensitive to the atmosphere in the home. If they're calmly scratching their claws near you, it means they trust you. It's a kind of compliment, expressed in cat language. And as caring owners, we should not just tolerate these moments, but accept them with gratitude. Because in every movement of the paw, in every scratch, lies a desire to be understood, heard, and accepted. If you learn to notice these subtleties, you will open a door to a special world, the world of a cat's soul. In it, there are no grand declarations, only trust, attention, and sincerity. Even a simple scratching post becomes a symbol of the bond between you and your pet. Remember, a cat is not just a creature that sharpens its claws. It feels, it communicates, and it experiences emotions. And every gesture is a fragment of a small story told to you without a single word. So observe. Learn to read between the lines. And then you will see not just an animal, but a true personality with its own character, logic, and a mysterious but very gentle soul. Perhaps one day, the sound of claws on a scratching post will become a true symbol of comfort, harmony, and mutual understanding for you. If you found this video interesting and learned something new about cat behavior, please give it a thumbs up. That way we'll know we're heading in the right direction. Subscribe to our channel, Perfect Stories, to not miss our next videos. We have even more fascinating topics ahead. Why do cats purr? How do they choose their favorite person? What's hidden behind their mysterious gazes and strange habits? Step by step, we will uncover the secrets of our furry friends together. Check out the description below. You'll find links to our other videos that you might find interesting. Your stories are especially valuable to us. Let us know in the comments, if your cat scratches its claws near you, what do you think it means? Maybe it's sharing its emotions with you. Let's discuss it together, because every pet has its own unique story. Thanks for being with us. See you in the next video. And remember, every cat is an entire universe. You just need to learn how to understand it.